Welcome to Honest Portuguese. Welcome to my kitchen, my house. Today we're going to be making some snacks, some Portuguese style snacks. Back in the old days, before the interwebs and all that stuff, we always used to go visit, when I was kids, go visit my family. We'd always take stuff, make little snacks, little tapas style stuff. And today I'm going to attempt to show you some of the fun ones that we had. So we're going to be going through the ingredients here. The first ingredient we have for one of our appetizers is going to be raw almonds. We have Piri sauce and some Piri oil also. We have a Santa Claus piel de sapo melon. A couple different salts. We have just the regular salt and sea salt. Ground pepper, as you know, my favorite. Capers, fresh garlic, green olives, black olives. We have the asador de chorizo. We're going to cook some linguica the fun way. A little bit more for show, and it comes out fantastic. Is a little spendy, I'm going to tell you about, because instead of just putting it in the oven, cost you 10 cents, we have to go out and buy some grappa, which is, as you know, kind of expensive, but well worth it there. We're also going to be making some fresh Portuguese cheese. We have I already poured 4 cups of whole milk. We have the rennet and a cheese form, and there's my plate, and the bread for when we make the tapenade. First, let's go to our first one. These are fresh raw almonds. I'm going to put loosely 2 or 3 cups on them. In a bowl, I'm going to take my piri sauce and liberally coat it. Stir it up, liberally coating those almonds. Make sure that every one is going to be coated. Now, for a little bit more kick, if you can get this, literally I got this off Amazon. It took me 4 weeks to get from Portugal. They kept sending me things, it's not going to come in 2 days, not going to come in 2 weeks. And so I finally got it. This stuff is a little spicy, code word for hot. So don't go too crazy with it, but I enjoy the little heat. I just put 4 or 5 dots in there. Now, this is how simple it is. Now I'm going to grab the cookie sheet. Voila! And I'm going to dump the goods all on the cookie sheet. Everything's in. Kind of spread them out like this. When you cook them, they are going to stick together at times. Boom. Now, I'm going to use the sea salt for this. Remember, I do enjoy salt, unfortunately. So if this is not your liking, then tone it down. But I do like salt. I'm going to put it in a 325 oven. Check on it after 10 minutes. We're going to take about 25 minutes. While we're doing that, we're going to start the linguica cooking. When I was a kid, I was kind of, I don't know, crazy. Crazy is not a very right word. So my family wouldn't let me get too close to the fire. So they were doing it. But now that I'm on my own, I get to do it. So I just poured about half a bottle of the grappa in there, or any high alcohol that you have. Starting the fire. Okay. As you can see, things are flying. Things are popping right now. Okay. I got 4 cups of the whole milk right there. It is pasteurized. I did not get organic or anything like that. So I don't need to boil it. I just need to, this is the key step for making this cheese. 10-12 times I boiled it. The rennet boils out and it doesn't set. So I learned by doing the wrong thing. So because it is pasteurized, I just need to get it warm. So I'm going to pour that in the sauce pan. Bring that over. Turn it on. Just again, to a little bit of warm. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get the rennet going. And all you need with the liquid rennet, I like the liquid, is about a half a teaspoon of the rennet. Pour that in. Put a little bit of water, just a splash of water. Look at that fire. She's a-going. So we go to the salt again. We're going to use the sea salt again and put about a tablespoon of salt in there. We're moving now over here. We're going to assemble the tapenade. We have the black olives. Just dump all of them in. Very simple. The green pitted, and of course they're pitted. That's a obvious step. The capers are salty, so that's going to bring the salt. So probably about half of the capers, which is probably a quarter cup. Take 1 clove of fresh garlic. Take the husk off it. You could just do a rough chop because the processor is going to take care of all the tough work. Boom. You know what I do. Ground pepper, just the regular salt, and I also have, I roasted a red pepper, about a half a red pepper in there. I took the skin off, thrown it in there, and look what I get to use now. Yeah. Portuguese olive oil. So, dump it in there. I know why you're pouring olive oil with olive. I don't know, because I like it, and it's going to be good. So, we got that. We will start this. It's a little noisy. I don't have a very fancy processor, but it does do the job. So, okay. Getting a clean spoon. For my audience, there's a good chance that I may have not used a clean spoon if I wasn't being filmed, but because I'm on TV, yeah, that's a no-brainer, right? I mean, put those ingredients together, mix it together. I'm a genius. No, that's a no-brainer. Okay, I'm checking on the milk. And again, a clean spoon for the audience. Just checking. I'm going to wait a little bit longer and look at the linguica. Look how beautiful that is. As we're doing that, we got everything going. Let's take a peek at the almonds just to shift them a little bit. They're very quick. Look how pretty that is. If you have not had this pepper sauce, find it where you can get it. Or just message me and I will send you a link. Okay, the milk should be ready. I take the warm milk, okay, and I'm going to pour it in the rennet, the salt, and a little bit of water. Then I'm just going to stir for about 2 minutes. I'm going to take that bread that we talked about. I'm going to toast it a little bit. Okay. Magic is happening, finally. I always get nervous in this part, but trust in science. Okay, so I'm going to let it just film up a little bit more. It's starting to get the consistency kind of like a real runny cottage cheese. I got my form ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to be pouring it into the cheese mold here. There, and then we'll wait. But the magic of TV. This is some Steve Spielberg kind of stuff. Watch what happens. The cheese in, and lo and behold, what? We have one ready. And look at, someone also put the paprika on there. What? So what, actually, that was about an hour and a half process of the water draining out of the cheese and forming this beautiful piece of Portuguese fresh cheese. Let's start assembling our little dinner plate here. So I'm going to take about half of that. The tapenade we made. I'll just put a little dab right over there. That Portuguese sausage, which is nice and cooked. We're getting a little bit of a grub time here. Remember that melon? We have some salt, we have some zesty, we have everything over there. This is going to cut everything and kind of be your, clean your palate. And this is a wonderful, wonderful melon. Think honeydew, cantaloupe on steroids. While we were waiting, we pulled the almonds off. Can you hear that? How toasted and nice they are? They have that salt on there. So we'll put a little dab right there. Grab a couple of those semi-toasted breads, and we're going to feast here in about 2 minutes. Okay, we are about ready to grub. We have that Portuguese fresh cheese, the tapenade, the Christmas melon, the paleta de sapo, the Piri almonds, and that wonderfully roasted linguica that we cooked with the grappa there. I'm going to start with the tapenade. And Bruce, I'll make you up one too. I'm not going to give you too much because I'm going to eat too much. But take some of these. I have, of course, my Colorasi. There you go, Bruce. And I got mine here. The tapenade, the salty, you know I'm an olive fan. The black, the green, the olive oil, the capers. This is a showstopper right here, folks. Wow. Don't pretend like I'm not going to pretend like I'm not going to eat that when I leave the show, because there will be 8. Take some of that linguica. We all know the king of sausage. I love the way the char, everything. Yes, me being a cheap Portuguese, it is painful for me to spend $14 to cook one sausage, but for that taste, you only live once. Gonna cleanse my palate with this great melon. Be honest with you, it's kind of coming out of season. It's getting in the fall. A little dry, not as moist as I like it in the summertime, but definitely a can do. And these almonds I don't even need to taste because I know exactly the flavor profile. And these are just great little snacks to bring over watching football. You know, if any of you guys still visit family, we just FaceTime. So folks, I hope I taught you a little something today. I hope I brought something to the table for you guys. But any of these are super simple, as you saw. We probably put everything together probably in 25-30 minutes, minus the waiting for the cheese to set up. So thank you for coming to my home. Enjoy. Follow me on YouTube. Like my page, Honest Portuguese. Comment. I will get back to you. Thanks, folks. Be kind. So I just got done with the almonds, cheese, and the olive spread. Oh, once again, phenomenal. That was a little bit from the old days when growing up in a Portuguese family, we'd all pack up in the Pinto on a Friday night after my dad got home from work, and we'd roll over to one of my tias or TT's house, and they would sit around the room and eat the snacks that everyone brought. Killer snacks, by the way. And just whoever wasn't in the room was going to get talked about. And usually someone was always mad at each other. I always remember just walking in the room and going, be nice. Talk nice. And then they would laugh, and they'd kick me out of the room, of course, after I'd grab a handful of something while they weren't watching. The food was great. Really try those almonds and give them a little bit more time. I said about 20 minutes, maybe about 25-30 minutes. Take one out and let it cool down. If it gets you that crunch that you want, you're done. Very simple, phenomenal snack there. The cheese, any of you guys growing up Portuguese, you know that cheese is just duh. And the poor man's tapenade is another of my favorites. So anyway, thank you very much. Enjoy, and again, be nice.